Hello everybody and welcome to Support Conversations. I'm Solanima.
And my name is Zathos.
And we are here, for us it's a few days before Halloween, and for you guys it'll be the day after.
Yeah.
And we figured that we haven't talked about horror games yet, so we're going to talk about
Yeah.
horror games.
So before we get to that though, I've been playing the crap out of Dark Souls 3, and I want to
I have
talk
to.
about the DLC Ashes of Ariandel.
Yeah, literally
First
just
of
came out
all-
this week, for us at least. I haven't actually tested it yet,
just
so don't
few
talk
days
about it too
ago.
much.
All right. First of all, great game. Spoilers ahead. There, you're in a painting.
I got so much from the trailer. Basically try and spoil anything that wasn't in the trailers and you'll be fine.
Okay. Well, the trailer showed everything. So,
Well, you know what I mean. Like, if you just do something, it's like, oh, is that? If you don't know until you actually play, then...
Yeah. So, I've been having a lot of fun with it. Unfortunately, I'm going through the Ashes of Ariandel in my New Game Plus character. And not just my New Game Plus character, my New Game Plus character that uses only fists.
Yeah.
Well, fists and pyromancy. So, therefore, my range is shit.
Yeah, we've got a lot of practice with that, with your fist build.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's still super fun. Like fists are like one of my favorite things to play through with, and
I've seen the fun of it in fists because my current character I'm playing in has the as their alt weapon has the demon fists,
yeah.
and those I can
And
tell just from those they're pretty fun.
It's fun to just start wailing on someone.
Yeah, especially like
Anyways,
the power attack where I just do a little spin and like slam to the ground. That's really fun.
Yeah, and then just big old geyser of flame.
Yeah.
Anyways, but I love it. It's just like super beautiful. Like From has always been really good with snowscapes.
Yeah.
Like you can see that you see what they did in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, those are always my favorite areas in like every Dark Souls game. Like the first one, the Painted World, in Dark Souls 2 is the DLC the DLC that took you to the Frost area. I can't remember what it was called.
The Ivory King.
The Ivory King, yeah. And so I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, so this one's definitely great, and they added in, like new weapons and whatnot. And I didn't know this, but they actually added in like a claw type weapon, and I'm like, go on, because they already had the claws in it, but the claws you didn't get until way late in the game. Like if you wanted to make a new character, like this character is only going to use the claws. Like you're gonna hate yourself because like the earliest you can get them is that you have to like kill the old lady, kill the dancer, go to Lothric Castle, go to Lothric Castle, go to the Consumed King's Garden, grab the claws, and then die to toxic. But
By the way, on our current, this isn't really something that is relevant to the podcast, but on our current playthrough, do you know how close we are to the Consumed King?
we just beat
Pontiff Sullivan.
Pontiff Sullivan, so we're probably about halfway there. Because well, no, hold on, no, yeah, we're in order for us to get to him, we have to beat the other Lords of Cinder. So
Okay.
we've already beaten the Knights of Farron. We have to finish off Aldrich and Yorm.
So,
And then
I know that I want to beat Champion Gundyr as soon as possible, because I know it's going to be a while. Just 'cause
Why?
that's where I get the Hornet Ring, which is something I want for my build.
Wait, you like you get the Hornet Ring from killing Champion Gundyr,
No,
or
it's like past
somewhere in
him.
the area? Oh, okay.
It's somewhere past. I don't remember exactly. I looked it up and
You
I'm like,
have
that's
to
a while
tell me.
away.
You have to tell me where, because I swear to God, I scoured that area and I never found it.
Yeah, I'll look it up again. It's not really important now.
Anyways, but yeah, Hornet Ring's pretty cool. But like they include new weapons, and they have this one weapon which I love. Its weapon art is to just imbue the weapon with black flame, and I'm like, fuck, that's cool.
Yeah, that always looks cool.
And like I don't know what it is. There's just something about fire that is black that just
Yeah,
looks so.
it's kind of
cool.
like a black lightsaber. It's like that shouldn't exist, but it looks so cool.
Like I remember when I got the black lightsaber in freaking The Force Unleashed. I was just like,
Yeah, I didn't get it because they didn't have it on the Wii version.
I just really wish everything in The Force Unleashed you had like the slim, standard, and unstable version of the colors, and I love the way the unstable one looked. Like it was constantly rippling and vibrating, and it was just like it looked unstable. I was like, cool. It's just like I was like, here's the black lightsaber. It's like, can I get it in unstable? No, it's just standard. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, one of that game was a little better.
Yeah. Anyways, but
Yeah, we don't talk about
yeah, Ashes of Arendelle. It's stupid fun. and there are like certain enemies that you don't really expect. Like I went into Ashes of Ariando without seeing a single trailer, and like this one enemy, just like I didn't even realize it was an enemy. I just walked right by it. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like this is really cool looking. I love the way everything. Like, oh god, and then like I'm not gonna say, like, I'm trying to keep it as incredibly vague as I can, but when you're on the hill and you're surrounded by wolves, like everybody knows who's playing knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, so let's talk about Spoopy.
Yeah. Just for
obviously,
Matt, just for perspective, for those of you who don't know us, Taylor's Zathos here has played a lot of horror games over the years. You grew up on things like Silent Hill and Fatal Frame.
Yeah.
Well, for me, the scariest game that
it's more like Resident Evil. Resident Evil and Silent Hill. Which, by the way, it hit me like a while ago, but I never finished the original Resident Evil. I was one of those kids who just got stuck, and so I just kept going from one room to the next, and then eventually, like, I rented a new game.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay.
Did you ever do that thing where you rented the same game like 8 times? Like, I might as well have bought it for how much I've spent renting it.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, me and my brother did that with a couple of games, and I think we did end up buying it used like later on down the line. Yeah,
but I was like when you do that for it helps keep it always helps keep the rental business in business.
Yeah, do you remember going to Blockbuster just pick up a movie or a game?
Do you remember we had this video rental back during the VHS days. It was called Island Video.
I remember that place.
Yeah,
I usually went to Blockbuster, but a friend of mine used to go there instead, and so I was there a couple times.
Yeah, so you go in there and you're just like, hey, I'll get Edward Scissorhands, and then also Superman 64, and I'm gonna hate one of these.
Yeah, I remember them. I remember them going like they had like this. I think it was like some kind of prize machine or maybe a gumball machine, where if you got a golden gumball, you got a free rental.
Anyways, like that was a nice little mom and pop store.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, and then like. It's not there anymore because Blockbuster, and now Blockbuster's gone because Netflix.
Yeah.
It is a dog-eat-dog world out there.
Yeah, people just want convenience. I mean, as much as I enjoy the experience as a kid going to Blockbuster, and like half the fun of Blockbuster was like picking out what you wanted to play or watch. I used to go up and down the aisles like, I've got all these games at my disposal. I get to pick which one to take home. So I pick carefully.
It also reminded me of I thought about this like when Blockbuster was was going bankrupt. What did they do with all their copies of games?
I don't know.
Like did they just like destroy them like how I would assume like a company would do when they're going bankrupt? They just destroy all their shit.
I imagine they sell it to like some other. Maybe the games have picked up some used copies. Maybe they started auctioning them out on eBay, and then whatever they didn't sell either got destroyed or the employees took home.
I don't know. Like, I've worked for enough like corporations where like if they like their motto is like, if we can't have it, nobody can.
Yeah, which I can see that from business side. Like their logic is that if we're if we give this to someone for free, then they're not gonna come back and buy it another day.
Well yeah, but
I don't like the logic, but it's
the idea is that Blockbuster's like gone, they're going. So
I was very much like Taco Bell, where they like tossing it out. That was tossing out that was perfectly fine, but for some reason they couldn't let if the employees had, then that's one less lunch that the employees are buying.
Yeah, but the employees already get a discount of like half off, up to $5, and they're like, well, then we're not getting that money. I'm just like, yes, but you are keeping morale high. This is something very important. I need you all. I need every fucking like CEO or whatever to know about like military tactics when it comes to motivating troops, and you will know how to keep a business going.
Yeah.
Like seriously, keep morale high. Don't be a dick.
Yeah. Anyways, on to spooky games.
Yeah, spoopy.
So what I was saying is that the scariest, as a matter of perspective, I never played any scary games as a kid. And the scariest game
Except for Luigi's Mansion?
That's not a horror game.
It is.
I mean, there might be a couple moments that are a little bit creepy, especially for a kid, but
Yeah.
it's all very cartoonish and fun. For me, the scariest game I think I ever played, it's not even a horror game, is Alan Wake. Just because it wasn't a horror game, but it was a master of atmosphere.
It started off trying to be it, and then like you get to the end of the game and you're like, oh, okay. like it stopped being spoopy.
Yeah, most of the early parts of the game I thought were really rich with atmosphere. So I enjoyed the game all the way through. I really liked it.
Like I like the thing where it's like you need to stay in the light, and then you like it's just like I gotta cut through the woods. I was like, please don't, and just like we're cutting through the woods. I was like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
It's just like, why are we cutting through the woods in the middle of the night? But there's always those things where like you're picking up pages here and there, and then like Alan will read it. It's like I lifted the page in front of my eyes and read it. On it, I lifted the page in front of my eyes and read it. On it, I lifted the page.
Yeah, that page you can only find if you're playing Nightmare difficulty, which adds like another 25 pages that weren't there before.
Yeah.
It's a cool way of doing things, like kind of foreshadowing what's going to happen in the future. Like you'd be reading a page, like Alan's like, oh, like he was basically talking about how Alan's relieved they find out of the woods, and at the very bottom of the page, the last line is, then I heard the chainsaw. And it's like, no, don't do this to me, because now I know it's going to happen as soon as I get out of the woods. So I'm going to see it in the woods. And I'm going to be like, instead of going, oh, thank goodness I'm out of the woods, I'm like, oh no, here comes the chainsaw.
And then I still remember one of the enemies breaking through a bunch of wood planks on like a ranch or like a barn or something, and like as he's coming out, he's like, omega-3 fatty acids are good for your heart. I'm like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, based on like what they were before, like since they were like shadows of their former selves, they keep saying things that are relevant to.
And I'm just like, I'm not even scared. That's really funny.
Yeah, it's like I'm both terrified and thankful for the health advice.
But they had like it had a pretty good soundtrack. Like most of the soundtrack was done by one band, and they had a really good range. Like they could do somber, and like there's one time where they had to do like rock metal. It was
when they did the whole Children of the Elder Gods concert scene. Yeah, that was a good favorite part of the game. Yeah, the whole chapter is actually really good, 'cause that's the one that started with Alan waking up in like that psych ward and basically saying, did I just imagine all that? Am I saying it or not? Yeah. And it really gets you questioning until things start picking up again. It's like, oh, nope, this is real.
You're like, yep, wait, nope, yep, there we go.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so on to Spoopy. Obviously we have to get the master of Spoopy out of here. Spoopy's House of Jump Scares. That one is really good.
Yeah, that's really, really good. I didn't play it myself, but I watched Markiplier play through it. Yeah, that's the. I haven't played a lot of horror games, but I've watched a lot of them.
It starts off cutesy wootsy, and then like shit just gets terrifying. There's also obviously Amnesia and all like the good mods that come with it. I don't know how I feel about the second Amnesia.
Machine for Pigs.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything about that.
I see what it was going for. It just kind of lost the spoopy, pretty quickly. Like in the first Amnesia, you were constantly being like hunted by the monster, whatever the fuck his name was. I think it's called the Grunt. And like you were constantly being hunted by this thing, and you were like always on the prowl. You were scared of it. But then like in Machine for Pigs, they didn't really have too much of that. Like they never presented a threat. There's also the Outlast series, and I think the second Outlast is either out or it's coming out.
Yeah, I heard some of that.
I'm not sure about that. Like I watched the demo played by Jacksepticeye. At the very end, you just take like a fucking axe to the dick, and I'm like, oh fuck you. Yeah. Like and in the first Outlast, you end up losing like a few fingers, and I'm just like, oh god, that's fucking horrible. And then like you still take the camera with you anyways. I'm just like, drop the camera, man, just run.
Well, they might need a night vision feature to get through. He probably wants to make sure he has some record of what happened in there.
It's like, yo man, how'd you lose these fingers? Well, let me show you a story.
Yeah. And then Soma came out a while back, and everyone said that was good, but I also heard people saying that it was basically a game that it was good, but it would have been better without any monsters in it. And I haven't played it, so
50-50. I'm kind of 50-50 with that. I feel like the monsters were there, like they didn't really make that much sense for them being there, but Soma has a very interesting take on like on like what it means to be human.
Yeah.
Whereas like you start off as like you're this person and you and like you've got like stage 50 cancer, and so they end up taking like a brain scan of you, and they end up saving the data, so they can use it and and try to figure out how to solve your problem like later on in the future. And then the future happens, and like you end up getting dumped into a body, and you find out that your brain scan is like the building blocks of this entire program and whatnot. And so like you just end up getting dumped into like a robotic body, and it's actually kind of interesting because like when it starts off, you don't realize this has happened. You just think that you're just like a dude, and then you get into this room and the whole room fills up with water, and like you hear your character panicking and freaking out and trying to gasp for air, and then like he's underwater and he's like, I can still breathe, and he's like, or am I breathing? And then like, and then he's just like, what the fuck is this? And then like later on, he can see his reflection. He's just like, oh, I'm a robot. Oh, I'm a robot.
Yeah.
And then like you can kind of see like where it goes from there. It's an interesting game, absolutely, and the atmosphere is phenomenal. And I actually like really love the ending. Like the ending is incredibly bittersweet because because the way that it works is that you can't transfer a person's personality. You can't just take the personality out of one construct and move it into another construct. It has to be copied.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when you get to the end, it they go, we have to take you from this body and put you in here, and this will be like you'll be happily ever after in this thing. And he's like, okay, let's do it. And then when you do it, you go, well, why am I not in there? And you're just like, because you were copied.
Yeah.
You know, like you're in there, you're just also here.
Yeah.
and
It's
so
like-
and
It's like, do you ever see the
So
movie The Prestige?
is that the one when the guy makes a magic trick and he drowns at the end of every single one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, that's what happens.
Well, it kind of starts the movie with showing that, but
Yeah.
then it goes back and says, okay, here's how we got to this point. And Prestige is an old movie. If you want to skip spoilers, then I guess just skip like 5 minutes ahead, or just a few
Give
minutes
or
ahead. I'm not
take.
gonna talk that long about it, but I just was saying it reminded me of how with these two guys trying to constantly outdo each other in their magic tricks. The one guy finally makes a machine that supposedly lets him teleport from one location to another. When he tests it out for the first time, he realizes that, oh, it doesn't do that. It just creates a copy at the location I'm trying to teleport to.
Yeah.
So then they set up when he does it on show, he basically teleports a copy of himself up to a high up platform and then has a trapdoor that drops him into a tank where he drowns. Since he's got a copy of himself up there, but there's still two different personalities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or not the same personality, but like two different bodies, but two different consciousnesses of the same person.
Yeah. Which is neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's so there's that. Quincy, stop fucking kicking me. But yeah, so Soma's good. I watched Krillin play it. Like, if you haven't seen it, go watch Krillin play Soma. It's actually really, really funny.
I still remember the first Krillin plays where he was playing like Son of the Arrival.
Yeah.
Because Vegeta made him play it.
Yeah.
I still find it funny. Like I didn't know at the time, but now I know that they're both voiced by the same guy.
Yeah. So it's
Oh,
one
that's
guy
impressive.
yelling at himself.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's that.
Is that a video game? Yeah. And you're gonna play it. Why? Because I don't like you very much. But what about Team 3-Star? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Now sit down and play. I don't wanna. Sit down and play. Okay. You're not allowed to leave until you're done.
I love the part where it's like, where like it was in the bloopers, like, Galagon, fire! He's like, why did I get cast as the raspiest, most loudest character? I'm stuck in permanent Krillin now when I'm not screaming like Vegeta.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's great. Anyways, so on to Spoopy.
We've been on Spoopy. We just kind of segued there for a second.
Yeah, on to more Spoopy. I said Amnesia, obviously. Like, Amnesia's super good. I love it.
What are your thoughts on, I guess, the biggest horror game craze of the last year or so, Five Nights at Freddy's?
I thought it was great when it was like as a third party indie game. I was like, oh, this is really cool because you come in with really low expectations.
Yeah. And it's also kind of the first game.
Now,
The first game at least was kind of like the first of its kind, where you're not allowed, you can't run away from the monsters. They're coming to you, and you have to survive in this little box.
yeah.
Good luck.
And now that it has a book and a movie coming out, and I've actually seen like a dedicated haunted house where like it recreates like everyone's like the rooms and everything that you walk into, and I'm just like, this might be getting a little bit out of hand. And then like, don't even get me started on the fan fiction. Fucking hell.
Yeah. It's hard to judge. It's really hard to judge a franchise or a game based off of its fan base.
No. That's the best way to do it.
It's not hard. It's just unfair.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people hate Undertale, but not because the game is bad, because the fan base is annoying.
Yeah. Speaking of Undertale, why is there no love for Asgore? Like,
I don't know. I think he's a great character.
Everyone loves Undyne. Everyone loves Papyrus. Everyone loves fucking Sans and Chara and Frisk and blah 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 blah. But where the fuck is the love for Asgore? Arguably the best character in the entire game.
For me, I think that Asgore is a fascinating character, especially the way that cause all these characters you get to meet them really early on. Like maybe the last character you meet is Althus, and the other characters you meet them pretty early on, so you have a lot of time to get to know them. If like for Undyne, for example, you hear her name thrown out a couple times before you actually get to see her. Like people talk about how all the kids want to be like her, and
I was like, who the hell is this Undine person?
Yeah, but for Asgore, you don't get to see him until the very end of the game. But I think it's still interesting that he's talked about a lot, so you get to know who he is before you meet him. Which instead of like meeting a character and then getting to them, by the time you get to Asgore, you've heard all kinds of things about him, so you have all kinds of impressions of who he is. So I think that's a really great way of characterization, but unfortunately, I think it just means he sticks a little less in some people's minds because they didn't get to see him so much.
And the one thing that translates to every person that you talk to about Asgore is that he's a nice guy. He's a pushover, he's
also really strong.
Yeah, he's crazy strong, but like he's also like a genuinely nice guy.
Yeah, and when you finally get to meet him, Undertale spoilers just in case you haven't played it yet. When we finally do get to meet him, you can see that in his character. Like he knows he has to, but he really doesn't want to. Like one line that stuck with me was as you're walking up to the fight, he's like, "Is like, are you ready to fight?" Good. Yeah. I'm not either. Like he really doesn't want to fight you, but he knows that he has to in order to fulfill his promise to the people of the underground.
Yeah, and it's wonderful, it's beautiful, and above all, it's tragic.
Yeah, especially that whole, like, I think my favorite moment in the game was that entire walkthrough, like where you get to Asgore's house and you walk on your way up to the throne room, and all these monsters like telling the story of Azrael.
Yeah.
And just that was, especially with like the way that the music always seems to end at just the right time as you're having the story told to you.
And I love it.
Like, it just like builds up.
Damn, I love it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Like people are like, oh, Sans theme is iconic and Undyne's theme is this and Muffet's, you're never gonna forget it. I'm like, yes, but Asgore has power behind it. Like this just screams like in the very beginning, it just screams a song of two people fighting who don't want to.
Yeah, that's I think one of my favorite things about the game is that the creator Toby Fox did an unbelievable job of making every song, at least every character theme and battle song, fit the situation perfectly. Like I remember for the 1 year anniversary, he revealed a couple of unused tracks. One of them was actually an early version of Undyne's battle theme, Spear of Justice. And he said that that was the original version, and it was a bit more subdued. And he said that, in his words, there's something like it didn't have enough, like a punch to the face kind of awesome feel to it. You want to have like that, like kind of awesome like thing that represents Undyne.
Yeah.
Like the line, Undyne suplexes a boulder just because she can.
Yeah.
That music feels like that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And she's like this very, I guess you could say charismatic kind of fighter, just exuding personality and also having a lot of force behind it.
Yeah. Anyways, so there's that.
Yeah. We always need to slip into Undertale. That's like I think our most talked about topic on this show.
Probably, but anyways, for those of you who haven't played them, there's always the RPG horror games.
Oh, there's some really good ones.
The Mad Father, Ip, well, Ib isn't really horror, but it's creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy. It's got some really spooky moments, like
But I
like without spoiling it, the entire.
No, yeah, I know. I already know which. Like what's the I'm thinking
the doll room
thinking
with
of
the
with Gary. But like I love Ib. I wish like there was more love for Ib. There's also
Mad Father.
Aoni. I already said Mad Father.
Okay, Aoni, yeah, Witch's House.
Mad Father, Ib, Aoni, Witch's House, and then there's like another one that I can't remember off the top of my head.
Is it Misao?
But no, it's
that's not one I hear people talk about. I haven't played.
It's the one, like, it's got like bird people in it. I can't remember it right now off the top of my head, but I see it all the time posted on Flash.
I don't think I've heard of that one. I don't know anything about bird people unless you're.
I got nothing. Anyways, those are always good. RPG horror games are always pretty good.
Yeah, especially just because there's limitations to. A horror game tends to work a lot better when you're in the first-person perspective because you see what the person's seeing. To have like a top-down perspective where you see the entire room, it's a lot harder to get scares like that. So it's impressive when they can pull it off.
Which is why it is you like things like controlled viewpoint works very good in terms of horror movies. That's why it is that if you ever watch a horror movie, you're gonna see a lot of close angles, like very tight angles, like tight close-ups on very tense situations. You're just like, can we zoom out, please? I'd like to be able to see the entire situation here instead of the molecules on this person's nose.
Yeah, and then when they show the monster, especially early on, if they're doing it right, they oftentimes will just get like a flash of the monster, like a flashlight, and you'll see like claws or like a bit of a skin or something. You won't see the entire thing because you'll always scare yourself more than any movie producer can scare you or any director.
Yeah, that's something I always tell people is that you will always scare yourself more than whatever a game programmer or a director or whatever it is that will try to scare you. Which is one of the reasons why it is. I think like Japanese horror is like super good. Yeah. Like for those of you who have seen like The Ring or The Grudge, like these are really great examples because what with The Grudge, I think the thing that makes Japanese horror very great is that when you compare it to American horror, like you using the whole idea for like spirits or something like that. In American horror, it like using something like The Exorcist, it's an ongoing battle in between like the demon in The Exorcist and the priest and whatnot. And it's like one of them has to win, and it seems like they're put on relatively even grounds. With Japanese horror, there is no even ground. All of the advantage is to the ghosts. Yeah. And like with The Grudge, the very last thing that you hear is that girl going that thing.
They like to use like the
and when you hear it, you're fucked. You're just like, well, this is how I die.
Yeah, it also knows that I think it's The Grudge. I think also other horror like to exaggerate features and use like very twitchy movements.
Yeah.
Usually it adds like the like unnatural feeling of it.
Yeah, and they also like to use things that are like malformed. For instance, like this isn't like a horror movie or something like that, but there is that one Japanese urban legend of the girl who's got like who's got like her mouth cut like in the shape of like a smile, and she runs around with a pair of scissors. Yeah. Like, have you heard about this?
I've never heard about this one. I've heard about a lot of Japanese superstitions and like ghost stories, but
she has a name. Give me a second. I have it written down somewhere.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Her name is Kuchisaka. Wait, Kuchisaka? No, Kuchisake Ona. And what she does is that she'll go up to you and she'll ask you, "Am I pretty?"
Oh yeah, I've heard of this actually.
If you answer yes, she'll remove her mask, and then you'll see the scars on her, and she'll ask you again. If you say yes, she'll kill you for lying. If you say no, she'll kill you for insulting her, and if you try to run, she'll just kill you. Okay, which is why it is that the way around it is that if she asks you, "Am I pretty?" just say, "Hey, you look average," and then just walk away. Like she'll just go, "Oh, okay." And there's also another one. Her name is God. I I have terrible fucking eyes for this. Like, I fucking hate my eyes. But her name is Hashaku, Hashaku-sama. Obviously, I'm gonna throw in the honorific at the end because I don't want to disrespect these things.
Sama is a very exalted title.
Yes. But her whole thing is that she's basically the Japanese version of Slender Man, except like she's like taller.
Yeah.
like
Maybe I'll believe that.
taller, and she's like grossly pale, and she has like ebony hair, and she has like this summer hat on, and she's wearing summer clothes, and she just like kidnaps people. And like I'm the kind of person who, like, ghost stories don't really affect me too much, where it's just like, in this place it is haunted and this happens. I was just like, well, then I won't go to that fucking place.
Yeah.
You know? Or like if I'm put in a situation where it's like you need to spend one night in this haunted insane asylum, I was like, okay, and then I'll just like go to bed, just sleep, and then like personally, I don't have a problem with ghosts. Like, if like I don't disbelieve them, but I also don't like believe in them. Like, I'm just like, okay, well, if I see a ghost, I'm like, oh, hey, that's neat.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just like, you do exist, that's cool, and then like I'll just move on from there. But like, if I see, like, if I don't see a ghost, or like if it's the fucking prankster ghost, like the ones that they just see in the Paranormal Activity movies, which for those of you who have or have not seen it, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
I just had this thought of you know about the whole urban legend of Bloody Mary, right?
Yeah, where you say Bloody Mary 3 times in a mirror.
Yeah, I just remember this picture I saw of like someone saying that they like to say Bloody Mary 3 times into their like car's rearview mirror, and just watch her chase after you. Like, as soon as you stop, you're gonna die. Actually, I remember seeing that story was covered in Supernatural. I only saw like halfway through season 3, but one of the early episodes they covered that, and a little bit scary.
What, of Bloody Mary? Just like, it was like you say every time, she's like, hi.
Just because the way they portrayed her in the episode was that not only does she appear, but you can't get away from her. Like, every time you turn around, she's there. Like,
yeah.
You'll like run to a different room, and she'll be waiting for you in that room when you get there.
I'm one of those people who really wouldn't have that big of a problem, you know, with something like that. I'm just like, yo, what's up?
I do like seeing taking these scary urban legends and the ghost stories and stuff, and people online making jokes about it. Like one thing, it was the girl from the ring like crawling on the TV, but she hits her head on the top of the widescreen because she's not used to the widescreen TVs.
Yeah, I also like the one where like for anyone who's seen like The Ring, specifically the American version of The Ring, every TV is like on the floor or is like really close to the floor.
Yeah.
You know, where like everyone has like super low lying furniture for some reason, and like she comes out and it's very natural how she comes out. But I always love the thing where it's like she's coming out of the TV, but the TV's on like a stand, so she thinks the floor is really close, but she just like flips out. And she's like, ow.
Yeah. Or of course the entire comic series of what was it called, Erma?
Yeah, Erma. Irma's fucking great.
Yeah. Irma is adorable.
Yeah, it's the best.
Like, there's one where she like comes home through like a flooding sink, and their father points her to tell her to like mop up the water.
Yeah.
And then she does that. She walks out, and then her mom comes in, just like, "Honey, I'm home," spilling water everywhere again.
I love the one. I love the one when Erma goes to school, but she didn't take her lunch bag, and like her mom has to come through the TV of like a nearby house. It's just like, Erma, you forgot your lunch.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's great.
Yeah.
I love the one when Irma's in like the classroom, and these two kids are like arguing next to her, like about her, and then she just gives up this huge screech, and then she goes back to what she was doing, and then the kid was just like, okay, screech.
Yeah.
He's just trying to write down that like that was the answer. Oh god, I love that thing.
Yeah, if anyone hasn't looked it up, just look up Erma. It's a comic series about
it's so
the ring girl's daughter.
Yeah, the ring. I love the one when she's sneaking up on her dad. He's like, if you're gonna jump scare me, little lady, you are not gonna have dessert for a month. And then she just looks like upset. She just walks out.
Yeah, there's a whole arc with her babysitter where she was trying to scare their babysitter. And this one's actually was like really tough.
Yeah, well, like her babysitter is like a huge horror buff.
Yeah.
So like she's got all the cliches. she's like really, come on.
Wasn't there also like a wasn't there also like a running gag that she was like really into like this like princess show, like My Little Pony kind of thing, but then every
Yeah,
time someone walked in, she like flipped the channel really quick to like a horror film.
Yeah. It's like what you walking? It's like what you watching. Click. It's like, oh, it's eating me alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's just like, it's fun. I love the one when her and a bunch of classmates are watching like a horror film, or I don't remember what it was, but all the classmates are like super like traumatized, and she's laughing.
Yeah, like all huddled together in terror, and she's like sitting there just like laughing at the TV.
Yeah, I love it. It's super great. It's a great thing. Speaking of the Ring and the Grudge, there if for those of you who still have a Wii, there is actually a Grudge game on the Wii, which is not terrible. It's
Yeah, I've heard mixed things. Some people thought it was not that good, but that was most of the critics, which I take their opinions with a grain of salt. I know a lot of people who found it pretty terrifying.
Yeah, it's pretty good because you go through the story of like, I think it's like 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I should have seen the first story because I remember watching a 4-player podcast and Brad playing that when he was alone.
That was great.
He was like getting freaked out by everything.
I love Brad.
Which I've noticed that Danny's kind of like that. Like he doesn't handle horror very well at all.
He's like, except for sometimes when something does like a jump scare and then he screams and then Aaron screams and Danny screams.
Yeah, and they both start laughing.
It's great. I love it. Anyways, but yeah, there's that. For those of you who haven't played the original Silent Hill series, don't get the remastered edition, or the HD edition, because they removed the fucking fog.
Yeah, that was half what made the game so scary.
Like seriously, you can put an option for that by all means, just like fog on, fog off.
Yeah, I still wish there was like.
That being said, actually, I love this. Like for those of you who followed the development of Yandere Simulator, you'll know what I'm talking about. But
yeah.
but Yandere Dev was looking for a way to make the game perform better. And because every time he would add something, it would just be like more polygons and more subroutines and things like that for like new students. And so it's like here you can add in things like ghost students, where like the extra background characters aren't really highlighted or anything like that until like they become like important, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like there's that. Also, you can decrease the render distance, which will give you a spooky fog, and like as he's describing, it's like and as you walk through the fog, I mean like you're not gonna be able to see anything. So odds are something's gonna come out and probably scare you. But you know, like I would never add something as cheap as a jump scare. And as he's doing this, the only thing that's happening is that like Yandere-chan is just like running through the fog out in the open field, and you just see like this fucking demon thing on the right, just like run by, and it's just like, wait, what the fuck is that?
I thought you were gonna say that they put Pyramid Head in the game somewhere. Like if you have the fog turned up, that he just randomly show up somewhere.
That'd be fucking great. I would love it. My question is, who would win?
It's a good question.
Like the whole point of Yandere is that they have like this inhuman strength to be able to like defend the one that they love or something like that because they're just so crazy about them.
Yeah.
Anywho. So Yandere Dev is like my favorite developer because he is like the most like no bullshit developer. He's just like, do not send me something unless it is this, or this.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, if you do, I will read it, and that means that I will be wasting my time.
Yeah.
If I waste my time, I will not be able to get to get the game out in time, and I want to be able to do that.
Yeah, he's very straightforward with his audience, and he talks about pretty much everything aside from like keeping some things hidden for people to hunt for Easter eggs.
Yeah, which I love.
Yeah, but he's very upfront with his audience, which I admire that.
Like he had this one thing where it's like also if a video has 100,000 views and is about my game and is talking about bugs and glitches in it, do not send it to me. I have probably already seen it. And then he's like, thank you, Jay. And then like it shows Jay from the Cub Scouts, like one of the people who like aggressively like bug tests his game.
Yeah, like he takes like viewer questions to like try. It's like, can you do this? Like, I don't know, never thought about that. And then goes and tests it out. And it's like, oh no, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Or he'll get really excited when something actually works. And that's really it ends every video with like him shouting. It's like, just remember that. Tell them the Cub Scouts is that dude. Something like that.
Yeah, it's like the Jay from the Cub Scouts is that dude. And
Yeah.
Like, that's how he leaves. I'm just like, cool.
Yeah.
But,
It's fun to watch those like high energy YouTubers because I could never do that. Like Jacksepticeye.
Yeah.
If you like the video, punch the like button in the face like a boss.
Straight up, I would love to just challenge you to do a 5-minute video with high energy.
Yeah.
Like I'll be behind you with a fucking counter prod and 5-hour energy to keep you going.
How about no?
How about yes?
I'm probably so uncomfortable with that.
What, the counter prod?
No, just the whole experience. The counter prod, obviously, but the whole experience, like, it ended up being like really forced. I can tell you that much because I wouldn't feel comfortable with it at all.
It's kind of the point, like especially if you were playing a game like Recitaire, you're just like, yes, got a chain going. No, not this girl.
Yeah, I'm surprised I actually remember that because I was briefly mentioned that in one conversation, and I guess that stuck with you.
You brought it up like a week ago.
It wasn't that long ago, but it was just a random thing we talked about amongst thousands of things we talk about every week.
Yeah. Anyways, so
that'd be fun though. Just like
I actually do own Recitaire, and I might play through it at some point.
Yeah, I'd enjoy watching that.
I'd be like, I'll probably stream it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so back to Spoopy. We are really good at keeping on track here. For those of you who haven't played it, obviously the Resident Evil series. I would say like if you want to do Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, and 4, those are okay, and then you have like things like the Umbrella Files, I think it's called, or something along those lines. I can't remember the name of them. Those are kind of 50-50. But Resident Evil 5 and 6, they definitely took a more actiony pace towards it. And Corey, do you have Resident Evil 6 yet?
No, I don't have that. I believe I don't know if I'm interested in playing it or not yet.
I would really love for you to get it because like. One, I was supposed to be playing through it with Josh, and then we could do 3 out of the 4 stories. We haven't picked it up since. I'm like,
yeah, I know that feeling. Like we start watching like an anime or something, and we get like halfway through, and then we stop, and it's like, can we finish, please? There's a little part of my brain that's really being annoyed that we haven't finished this.
We also, speaking of which, allow me to annoy you more. We still haven't finished the Kawaii Ugu anime.
I know we got like 2 episodes left, and still haven't finished it.
Well, how about that?
Do you think they wonder what was the name of that series again? Just for people to know what we're referring to.
Fucking don't remember, but it's the 8th grade syndrome fucking one.
Yeah.
It's like
what was the word for that?
Tuning. Okay.
Yeah, Chunibyo.
Cool.
The anime title is longer than that, but if you search Chunibyo, it'll probably show up.
I love that you are the greater weeb master than me.
I took 2 years of Japanese. Of course I'm gonna know this stuff.
I went to Japan for 2 months.
Yeah, I wanted to say Konosuba, but I'm like, no, that's the other anime that was really funny.
Yeah, Konosuba is fucking amazing. Fucking
yeah, I remember
D&D game drunk.
Yeah, that's the description I heard when I like heard the series. I'm like, hey Taylor, we should watch this sometime. And he's like, oh, okay, well maybe. And it took me like a month to finally watch an episode. I know it was any good because I hadn't seen it yet.
The main reason why like you told me about it, and I was just like, okay, and I just kind of like brushed it off, and then one of Alex's friend Mikey was just like I was just like, man, like what's a good anime series? And he was just like, you need to watch Konosuba, and I'm just like, what's that about? And he's just like, it's about this guy who does this, and then this god angel, girl comes with him. I was like, does she go to punch a frog and it doesn't work very well? And he's like, yes, that anime. I'm just like, I saw that scene and I hated it. And he's just like, well, you don't have the context for it. I was just like, I don't want the context for that scene. And then I went and I watched it, and I was just like, it's still not funny.
The rest of the series is great.
Yeah, I
thought the scene was fine, but
I'm very picky with things like that. Like, I really hate it when someone talks too much when they're doing something. Like I understand that Konosuba was probably poking fun at it.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression I get. Like, I kind of agree with you where someone like talks something out too much and like just get on with it. But if they talk something up and then they completely just fail, I think that's funny.
Like it's in like something like Narucock, where it's just like it's like secret Earth jutsu, this fucking Earth clap. It's just like it's
been like 5 minutes describing like the history of that move and where it came from and how they learned it.
Where it came from, how he learned it, like what it was originally called, how many times it had to go through the prototype stage, what it was that the guy who invented it was eating while he was. I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Like,
Yeah.
show, don't tell.
Yeah,
For
that's
fuck's sake.
definitely good rules to follow in general. Is show don't tell. But
Yeah.
also there's I also like it when someone's like talking. Like the example I'm thinking of is not actually an anime. It's I've been playing Tales from the Borderlands. Have you seen any of that?
You're the only one running, dude. I can fly. That's all I have seen.
I don't know if I've gotten that far yet or not. I only finished episode 2 last time I played.
I have
But
no idea.
but there's a scene in the first episode where the group is all together and they're trying to figure out how they're going to sneak down and get into this like building where they need to get their money back.
Okay.
Like there's a case of money they're chasing after, and so one of the main characters, Reese, the guy with the like mechanical arm,
Okay.
goes to this really elaborate plan. It's just like cutscenes of them like going through and perfectly executing this plan where they like grab one of the guards and like put his arms over their shoulders, so like trying to help him in, like he's drunk or something. And then like this whole elaborate plan of them getting in, and he's like, "No, all I do is follow that plan exactly." He looks around, realizes he's alone, and they all have already carried out that plan, like before he even you that like he sees them down like, by the entrance that they were going to go for. He's like, and he goes down. He's like, "I'm just going to assume that you did exactly what I was saying."
Borderlands has got a lot of flavor to it.
Yeah, it's
my
one of the funnier
problem
games I've played in a long time.
My one problem is this with Borderlands. When it comes to Borderlands 1, I played as Lilith, and I played using snipers. And Lilith, whenever she gets a headshot, she goes, "I'm really good at this." Problem is, she says that every headshot.
And you're really good at headshots.
And I'm really good at headshots, and I'm just like, Lilith, stop, please. Yeah. Like, I actually had to stop using snipers for a while just to get her to stop fucking saying it.
Yeah. There's this one line in in Dragon Age Origins that some people complain about, but also has kind of become an inside joke. If you choose one of the voices, I think it's the violent voice, something like that, in Dragon Age Origins. This is one line where we go to attack, and your character would say, I think the line is like, "Will somebody get me a ladder so you can get off my back?"
Okay.
It's not even that good a line, but the character says it like every time you go to hit the attack button. So you hear it like 2 or 3 times in every like combat encounter. Somebody give me a ladder so you can get off my back. And supposedly they actually made a reference to that in Dragon Age Inquisition, which a lot of people were laughing at that was in there. That's one thing I love about BioWare, how they can make fun of their past selves. Like they did that with Mass Effect as well.
Anyways,
There was
you just slap Omnigel on it and move on.
Yeah, there's a scene. Do you remember Conrad Werner, the guy who's kind of a big fan of yours?
Did you shove a gun in his face and shoot him?
Well, not shoot him, but yeah, in Mass Effect 2, he talks about how you put a gun in his face. But that's only if you took the Renegade option. In Mass Effect 3, he'll actually say something along the lines of, "I'm sorry for all that stuff I did. I'm sorry if I accused you of putting a gun in my face when you really didn't. I was confused."
I was confused.
Yeah. But like they take mistakes like that and they make them canon, or they make references to them. Like the whole, the whole calibration sign with Garrus.
Got some calibrations left in there. Shepard, Rex, Rex, Shepard,
Grunt, Rex, Shepard, 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 Shepard. And what's funny is when you get into that conversation, it'll actually loop as long as you're sitting there. Like go through it once, then like go back to normal camera angle until you press the button. You'll sit there going through that over and over again.
Shepard, Shepard, Shepard. Anyways, but so yeah, let's talk about some more horror games. Obviously, the other things like Fatal Frame, and I want to talk about specifically what it is that makes Fatal Frame such a wonderfully scary game. First of all,
before you go, I just want to let you know we are running a little low on time. We can probably go for another 10 minutes, but
okay, I'll make this quick. One thing that made Fatal Frame probably one of the most scariest games is. One of the scariest games I've ever played is probably because, one, I don't know a lot about Japanese ghosts and how it is that they work. For us, with American ghosts, it's more like they possess things and they're dicks, you know? With Japanese ghosts, it's like if they're vengeful, they are powerful. I'm just like, oh, that's good. Like I remember the first time I was playing Fatal Frame and a ghost grabbed me. I was just like, oh god, they could do that.
Yeah.
Like I was like, okay, these things operate on a completely different rule base than what I'm used to.
I haven't played Fatal Frame, but from what I know about it, what I love about their mechanics is the primary way to fight ghosts is by taking pictures of them, which means you have to look at them, look them directly in the face. And the closer you let them get, the more powerful the attack is, which means you have to let these horrifying things draw close to you.
Yeah, get super close to you and just get the last second, which is called the fatal frame.
Yeah.
Which because you get it right before you fucking die, and you're just like click, and it's like, and the camera and the flash knocks them back, and you take them and you get points, and then you can get alternate costumes later on. Which, by the way, I'm really fucking pissed about that goddamn Fatal Frame 4, fiasco. It's like, oh, you walk around like this, it's not right. I'm like, fuck off. It's a horror game.
It's more like people were upset about potential censorship where they replaced, instead of having like the sexy costumes, like the swimsuit and whatever other one they had, the version of the Wii or the Wii U had an alternate one where you, instead of having those costumes, you had like a Zero Suit Samus costume, and I can't remember what the other one was.
I think it was like Peach or something. I don't fucking know.
Some of the Nintendo character. Yeah, I think it was Bayonetta. I don't remember, but I'm happy that they replaced it, with something else, because now it's kind of funny. Yeah, it's still funny. It's not sexy, but it's still funny.
Yeah. Let's speak for yourself.
I guess that's. I guess it still is, just not in the same way. It's not quite as, it doesn't show as much skin.
Yeah, which
means.
Anyways, but like moving on is that one, you're exploring, like in Fatal Frame 3 you're exploring this one specific manner, and like each room is very, very dedicated to the ghosts that are in there. Like I remember, like the one room I will always remember is the kimono room, because when you walk in, first of all the ambient noise goes nothing.
Yeah, that's never a good thing.
And I'm just like, okay, it wants me to listen, but to what? And as you kind of make your way through, you can start hearing like someone crying. I'm like, okay,
that's the worst.
Can I go comfort them? I suppose. Like, can I just like kneel down next to them? It's like, it's gonna be okay. Do you want a hug? But like as you get close, like they disappear. Like the ghost of this woman disappears, and you're just like, oh, okay, I guess that she's just gone. And then the controller rumbles, and you hear the noise that battle has started, and you're just like, oh. And then right before she attacks you, she goes, I won't let you go. And I'm like, let me go.
Yeah.
And like on that last one, the go, as she finishes it, she grabs you. And then she just starts like shaking you violently. I'm like, eh. And then like the worst part about it is that whenever any of the ghosts went to attack you, it seemed like they were putting their entire effort into assaulting you. Like fucking with you like takes all of their energy to do so. Like it's not easy to do, which is why it is that the final ghost in the game, I can't remember her name at the moment, but like I feel bad about not remembering her name, because I did like a whole play. Not like a play, but like a whole skit-like thing on Fatal Frame 3, and it was super great, and I loved it, but I don't think anyone else appreciated it. But like when she attacks you, she grabs you one-handed around the neck and lifts you off the ground. I'm like, oh, she's strong.
This one's a totally different class.
Yeah, this one's completely, and the worst part about it is that when you first run into her, you're not strong enough to fatal frame her and get her to back off. And so when you try that, you snap the picture, it goes, it's like fatal frame, you get the points for it, and you're like, oh, and then she grabs you anyway. You're just like, oh, you powered through that.
Yeah.
And you're just like, so whenever this specific ghost showed up, you were just like, fuck me. Like you couldn't deal with this ghost. Like she was gonna fuck you. And then one of the characters, like the male character, his each character has a special ability. One of the girls, her ability is to slow things down into bullet time, so you can take a moment and get like the best shot, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why she has this is because she was from the first game she was from the first game, and so she's been through something like this before, so she's kind of got some experience underneath her belt.
Yeah.
And then one of the other guys, he's like the brother of our main protagonist's husband who died, so I guess brother-in-law would just be easier to do that.
Yeah.
So he's our main protagonist's brother-in-law, and he ends up going into the dream manor as well, and his special ability is to press circle to crouch and hide. And I'm like, great, love it.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, hiding in the corner is the best way to avoid a ghost who could just choke a bitch.
Yeah. It reminds me of I think you told me once about, I think it's Fatal Frame 3, which had one of the scariest moments you've ever experienced in a game. Where you ran to like this little corner and then like door closed behind you, and then suddenly a bunch of like ghostly like faces and hands appear on all over the walls around you.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Let me out, let me out, let me out.
It's the worst. I hated it.
Yeah.
It pissed me off, and I'm just like, let me out, please. And then like also not to mention they're like these ghosts of like children, and I hate the children ghosts so much because they're small, and because they're small, what they do is that when they go to attack you, they come up out of the ground next to your feet and drive a stake into your foot. And
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
the worst.
I'm like, and it's a ghost stake, so you can just pop it out and you'll be fine. But like, it hurts your spirit foot.
Yeah.
I guess I don't fucking know. I don't. The health, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense when you think about it. But when you're scared, you don't care. You're like, that hurt me.
Yeah. Which actually, just for coming to the end of the podcast, I actually wanted to bring up one thing out that I've noticed, and I kind of want to ask your opinion of it. What are your thoughts on weapons and means of self-defense in horror games?
It has to be done right.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, like for instance, in I know this technically isn't a horror game, but in the game series Condemned, okay.
Yeah. Some scary moments.
With like its whole thing is that it was based around melee combat, and if you ever found a gun, you would just be like, cool, I got a gun. But like it only held one magazine or one clip, depending on what you were using. And when you got the gun, you had to press a button to check how many bullets you had. You're just like, okay, I've got 5 bullets in my pistol, you know.
Yeah,
and you're just like,
be really conservative with it.
yeah, and you couldn't switch to a second pistol. Like you didn't have a holster. That didn't happen until like Condemned 2, but we don't talk about that. And so what happens is that you would get your pistol, and then you would just be like, poof, poof, and then you take care of that. And yet, yes, this pistol was incredibly powerful, but once you were out of ammo, you were gone. And these guns were incredibly rare. So
Yeah.
like, there's that, first of all. Like that was a big thing for me, is that when it comes to weapons and being able to defend yourself, you need to be able, it needs to feel like a small comfort. Like, it's just like, all right, I got this bat, and then like as you go to hit something with the bat, you're just like, poof, you're like, I think I just pissed it off.
Yeah. It's like, I remember for a while, especially right around when Amnesia came out, I thought that one of the reasons I thought it was so scary, like from what I heard and seen and everything, is because you had no means of defending yourself. You had to hide.
Yeah,
and run and hide.
Which is also really, really good. Like the whole that you have to hide. But I think the thing that made Amnesia even better is that if you looked at the monster could then eventually find you.
Yeah, because you drain your sanity by staring at it, and with lower sanity, you can't hide yourself very well because you start making noises.
Yeah. So here's the problem. Well, I mean, here's the thing I loved about it is that when the monster was in the room, you had to hide and look away from it. So you were relying 100% on your ears.
Yeah.
And that was spoopy.
That was one thing I thought was interesting about Five Nights at Freddy's 4, I think it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was the 4th one where you were like in the bedroom. You had to like, it had that mechanic where like you go up to like the door on the left or right side, and the door would be like cracked open a little bit. And you could either hold a button to close the door, or you could hold a button to like turn on the flashlight. But you had to go over there and listen. And you had to like have your volume up and listen carefully to see if you heard breathing. If you didn't hear breathing, then you could shine your flashlight to see if it was okay.
Yeah.
And if you heard breathing and shine your flashlight, you'd get a jump scare. But you have to listen, so you have to have your volume up, which meant that the loudness of the jump scare would definitely get through.
Yeah, which I hated that.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was an interesting mechanic on paper.
Yeah, I would have.
You're like seriously damaging people's hearing.
Well, I don't think it was like to that level of volume, but especially because they patched it and made the breathing louder in a later patch. So you still had to listen carefully, and it's like, oh, there's no breathing. Ah, that was breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was a cool mechanic. I probably would have hated it if I had been dealing with it myself, but.
Yeah. Anyways, so I think this is pretty okay.
I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
Just wrapping up the whole thing. I think there's like an article that kind of got me thinking about it, like how sometimes in a horror game picking up a weapon is not a comfort because now you have a means to defend yourself, which means now something's coming for you. Because before, like the game, you think, okay, at least the developers if you think outside of like being in the moment, you're like, okay, the developers wouldn't put me in this situation if I couldn't get out of it, so I can run away, I can escape. Once you have weapons, like, you need to defend yourself. You're gonna need this.
Defend yourself against what?
Yeah.
Anyways.
And there's some games I think where like you get a weapon, and when you go to fire, it just like breaks. It's like, oh no.
Dick move.
Or games like Alien where you have a way to defend yourself, but you have limited ammo for like, your flamethrower.
Yeah.
So then it becomes more of a game like preserving your flamethrower ammunition. And if you run out, then you're just like, I'm in big trouble.
Yeah, but still, like, hiding is always an option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so I think we can wrap it up here. So
Yeah. We've gone long enough. We've gone about an hour now, I think.
yeah. Point is, everybody have a good Thanksgiving, and if you want to give someone shit for having a large feast on the day of like because they're celebrating that they made it to this country, and you want to be like, a lot of Indians died for this, you know? Well, why can't you let someone just enjoy themselves?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, the celebration is based off of the whole, like, pilgrims and that whole story and everything, but the date was actually set and established by, wasn't it Abraham Lincoln, who basically wanted to have one day out of the year to stop and give thanks for what we have.
Probably, yeah.
It's a good holiday. You don't have to ruin it by throwing all your politics into it.
That being said, can we just ban Christmas?
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Well, if it's any consolation, I'll also want to ban things like, Hanukkah and,
Not really, because you're kind of stepping in people's personal lives, and I don't know, the whole idea of banning a holiday just seems really stupid to me, unless it's a holiday celebrating like child sacrifice or something like that.
Okay, well, technically Christmas is celebrating the murder of a prisoner.
Where are you getting that?
Well, because okay, so the 25th is Jesus' birthday, right?
Not officially. That's just. I don't think it's.
It just slapped in there. It's allegedly. It's allegedly the birthday of Jesus.
I don't think it even is that,
which just so happens to.
It's just that we choose to celebrate it.
It just so happens to coincide with a pagan holiday, but whatever. We'll just overlook that.
Oh no, I'm saying that's probably why that date was chosen. I'm not going to argue that point.
Anyways, so it's like, hey, look at this. It's the birth of a man who will later be horribly killed. You know, like that's a fucked up way to go.
Well, yeah, that's one way you can look at it, but I don't think that's how it's generally viewed. It's more like the
that's how
at least the Christian side of the holiday. It's more like the the birth of like hope, and then if you want to talk about his death, then you look at Easter Sunday, in which case the celebration is a different meaning. But I'm not going to get into it right now because it's
How did eggs get involved?
I'm not sure. That also might be like a pagan root sort of thing.
Probably. Anyways, my point is that I believe that everything would be solved if just religion didn't exist. Now that Corey fully agrees with me, we can end this.
I don't agree with you at all. Don't you put words in my mouth. I'll take them back out and shove them down your throat. Through the ones and zeros. You can have these back.
Anyways, so I think that will
we're good.
That'll round us out pretty good.
Yeah, tune in next time where we lament the new president, whoever ends up being.
Damn it, Donald Clinton and Hillary Trump.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, if any of you can vote, please, for the love of God, vote for Dr. Jill. I don't remember her last name.
Jill Stein.
Thank you, Jill Stein.
I'll be happy as long as you don't vote for Clinton. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not really supporting any of the politicians. I'm just very against a criminal being in the White House.
I'm pro-Trump for everything but the wall. I think the wall is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. But still, like the president can't do build a wall right there and it'll happen. That's a congressional thing, which is why it is that I'd be okay with him being president.
Anyway, so yeah, we're getting into politics, and we could be here all night if we start with this. So
yeah. But anyways, my point is that if anyone watches us and does vote, please vote because you're well informed, not that you're voting with your heart.
Yeah, if you're not well informed, then check out Grade A Under A. He just put out a video of Hillary Clinton, and he's going to do another one, or it should be out by now, on Trump.
Yeah, it should be up now.
By the time this video goes up, it'll be up, and he talks about the negative points of both sides, and then what you can do if you don't want to support either side.
Yeah. Anyways, so thank you everybody.
Yeah, thanks for watching. See y'all next time.
All right. See ya.